The only thing out of the ordinary with this person is his fascination with Columbine as a young kid, his fascination with the Boston bombing, his fascination with murder. And you see that from that very early age, in those early school records. He's fascinated with that. He thinks he's cool because he runs from the police on his motorcycle. That's how he gains his fame, his notoriety. He brags about it. He bragged about it to his boss at the U.S. Department of Agriculture. That is a strange person to brag about running from the police on a motorcycle to. Your boss. Guy who works for the government. Hey boss, you know what's cool? That's not normal. That's not what most people get their self-worth from. But he's different. He gets his self-worth from taking pictures of himself with his gun, holding it sideways. That's not someone who's documenting the ownership of a weapon for insurance purposes. That's someone who thinks it's really, really cool that I have a gun. He blew a hole in his own ceiling and took a picture of it to see the damage because he thought that was cool. He threatened suicide to Jenna because he thought he could get her back. Whatever hatched this plan, he hatched a plan in April of 2012 to get famous in the only way he knew how.
Mr. Bishop's argument about Brandon Daniel hatching some plan to be famous would not be ridiculous had it not been the fact that he was intoxicated so much by the presence of alprazolam Xanax that 7 hours after the incident, he had 0.16 milligrams of it in his system. You guys saw the video at Walmart. You guys saw how he looked in the back of that police car. You saw how he reacted. The trick to that argument for them is, we don't want you to consider intoxication because we know that it's a mitigating factor. So we have to come up with this story about him hatching some plan to become famous in order for you to think he's a monster so you can kill him. That's what they're telling you. And he talks about Columbine. Remember, the context in which he talked about Columbine was he was going to commit suicide on the anniversary of Columbine. He doesn't say, I'm going to shoot up a school on the anniversary of Columbine so I can be just like the shooters. He says, I'm going to commit suicide on the anniversary of Columbine. Is that somebody who wants to be famous or somebody who's depressed?